Hi, this is Janet, and I'm here today on the Rinea blog to show you how to fold an origami bow using Rinea Foil. For this project, you're going to need a piece of Rinea that's cut to a square. I like to use an X-Acto knife, but that is definitely optional, and then a small pair of scissors. Without the X-Acto knife, you would just need the small pair of scissors. So to begin, we're going to take our Rinea paper and fold it in half, and then fold it in half again the other direction. So you have a cross fold. Now you'll notice I folded to the middle here, and so what I'm going to do now is flip it over and fold it in half, but this time diagonally, and I'm going to do it in both directions. Okay, once that's done, the next thing we're going to do is take it so that the point is facing you, and then we're going to fold those sides in and pull it back forward. So you kind of see what's happening here with the cross, and it's folding down to a triangular piece like so. And I'm just going to lay it down and give it a little bit of a push. And then I'm going to take that top folded piece, that is not the opening, it is the closed point, and I'm going to fold that piece down just a bit. The size or the amount you fold down isn't really important, but I'm going to give that a good press, fold it back, and then open it up so that we see all those lines. Now, this square that's here in the center, I just want to fold those lines and make sure that they are a little bit more predominant than what they were when I started just folding it from the outside. Alright, so now we're going to work again with the point facing us, and we're going to do the same fold again, but we want the center to collapse in on itself. So to begin, I'm going to take the piece and start to fold it, but I want it to fold just right up to that point right there. Okay, so we're going to work on manipulating this just a little bit. Okay, so we want the back and the front to fold on those lines. Okay. So then we get to this point where we have it up here. If you want to kind of push in as well as push in here a little bit, if we push down and push in from the sides. Okay, that's kind of what we want to happen there. Alright, and then we just keep working that until it will collapse down. So we want to give that a good press and just make sure it lies flat. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take each outer edge here and this top line and fold it into the center line. So on all four sides, we're just going to take that top edge and fold it down to that center and then give it a good press. Okay, so we've got those two on this side, and then we're going to flip it over and do it again on the other side. Alright, now we're going to open this up, and as we open it up, you will notice that there is a box in the center. Okay, so we have two kind of pushed back and two that are lifted up. So this is kind of what we're looking for with the little centerpiece. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Thought my camera stopped on me. All right, so now we're going to flip this piece over, and this folded seam right here on all four is what we want to cut. So if you prefer to use scissors, then you can go and cut right along that line, or if you feel confident in using a knife, you can just slit right along that line there up into the folded piece. Okay, and you're going to do that on all four sides. So I am going to use an X-Acto knife here, but you definitely could use scissors. I just feel I get a more exact cut on the fold. I'm not as good with scissors as I am with an X-Acto knife. I know that might be strange to some, but that's how it is. And as I say that, I'm stumbling on this piece to cut, and I really wonkered that one. All right, let's see if we can save it. On the back. So now we're going to stay on the back side, and we're going to flip this piece down. And then the two sides are what we want to work with. With the outer point here, you want to take this edge here and fold it to the center. And then give that a good press, and then move to the other side. Alright, then we're going to flip these two up. And can you believe I jinxed myself so badly when I said I'm better at an X-Acto knife? And I really, really did a number on this one. So I'm just going to clean up my horrible cut there. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take, sorry, my background piece keeps moving on me. We're going to take this outer edge and fold it into the center. And thankfully, that is going to hide the terrible cut job that I did as I was bragging about how good I was working with an X-Acto knife. Right, and just give that a good fold down. Just gonna give my little point here an extra. All right, so we are almost done here. So flipping it back over to the side that has the square in the front, you can see we have this line, and this is where you're going to take your scissors. And yes, I'm going to use scissors this time, and I was planning on using scissors for this part. We're going to cut up that line right up to the center. All right, so now we're going to flip it over one more time, and on the back, you're going to take the points in towards the center. So just fold those and lay them down. And then you're going to go into that center area where we just cut and take that and fold it out. Maybe line up with this little point down here if you can. This is actually making the streamers or the ribbons that hang from the bow, if that makes sense. If not, you'll see it in just a second as we flip this over. All right, so now we're starting to get to the point where our bow is finished. The next thing we're going to do is take these points here and kind of curve them in Oh my goodness. Can you believe my luck with this? All right, we're going to move on to the other side, and I'm going to fix that. We're going to take this and curve it in. And stick it under that square. All right, now, this is disastrous, and I would normally start over, but I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to go in here with some glue and get this to stick back together for me. And I am not going to let this little bow beat me. So, as that dries, and I'm using a tacky glue so it shouldn't take too long, we're going to, as I say that, it keeps popping up on me. Alright, so as we let that sit for a minute, we're going to come down to these ribbons here and cut these if you want, or you can leave them as they are. And I'm just going to cut a little V-cut into each one to finish them off. Remove this piece. Alright, now hopefully this is dry enough and we can go and start to manipulate it to curl, and then we're going to tuck it into that little box. And there is our bow that gave me more difficulty video recording this than it really should have. But just to show you that I know what I'm talking about, here are some others, and even little teeny small ones. So what I wanted to show you with these is that you can push it flat, and so it's more flattened, and you could use that on a card or scrapbooking, journaling, anything like that. And then, or you can do like this one and leave it more open and sticking up if you want to use it for something a little bit more three-dimensional, like putting it on top of a gift box like this. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I am not going to edit out my errors and flubs, because I think seeing that we are all crafters and that we all have issues and that we can work through them is a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you can have a little bit of a laugh at some of my failures during this video, and mostly I hope that you enjoyed learning how to fold an origami bow using Rinea Foil.